Hi, I am Lighter Lark, and I'm going to give you a review today on some natural deodorants and ones that worked and ones that did not work for me. So this is only a review on my personal opinion, but if you're interested and you like what you see here, subscribe and like the video. I don't know where the subscribe is, over there maybe. And let's get right into this video. So I have a screen over here that has all of the deodorants that I have tried, a little bit of why I didn't like them and why I moved on. But to get started, I just want to talk a little bit about when all of this started. So it started probably about 5 years ago, and it's been on and off since then, where I try natural deodorants, they don't work, and then I go back to regular deodorants, and then I keep flopping back and forth until finally I found something that worked. However, that was only in the last few weeks here, really, which is why I've decided to make this videos, because I finally found something that works so I can tell the world about it. But yeah, so when I first started to get back into this about 6 months ago, some of these reviews are a lot older than that, and then about 6 months ago is when I started again. I needed to, I know there's no such thing as like actually detoxing your armpit, but like to get all the heavy metals and aluminums out of my armpit to help kind of balance everything. But there really is no like detox period off of other deodorant to a natural deodorant. Like if you're using natural deodorant, there's no like detox period. There's just like a deluminizing period where I found I smelled a little bit more when your body's just getting rid of all the built up aluminum. So I wanted to make the switch because aluminum is not very good for you. They have proven that, you know, it can have some health effects, some side effects. So I wanted to just move on from that and use something more natural. So one of the, sorry, grabbing my computer. Yay. One of the first that I used was two brands. There was Schmidts and Native. I tried their regular formulas as well as their sensitive ones. So let's start with the regular formulas of Native. I tried coconut vanilla, water lily orchid, and lavender rose. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to wear these deodorants for very long. I had a reaction to them and they really burned my underarms. I got like a rash and it was really awful. Plus, I know there's sticks, and when you apply, you're supposed to like shove them in your armpit and let them warm up a little bit before you like apply them. But my skin was way too sensitive, and it literally felt like I was rubbing sandpaper in my underarms. So stopped doing that because that wasn't good, wasn't helpful. And I moved on to Schmidts, and then I tried using their unscented fragrance-free versions. So, and those didn't make me break out in a rash. However, I still smelt, and putting it on was still really, really uncomfortable. So I moved on. So Schmidts and Native did not work for me. So if they work for you, I'm so very happy. But they did not work for me, and trust me, I ordered a bunch. Like I got their trial packs. I ended up giving them all away to people who they did work for. I just wasn't one of them. Sad. So moving on, I tried a brand called Klima. I think it's called Klima, Klima, and it's supposed to be for like heavy sweaters and people who like sweat through their clothes and don't want to use an aluminum deodorant. So I used two from them, their Klima underarm antiperspirant deodorant and their Hyperdri antiperspirant serum. You're supposed to try them for 6 weeks and then you're supposed to start seeing results. I did try them each for 6 weeks, longer. So I tried them for about 2 to 3 months. They did not work. And my personal odor mixed with the odor of the product made it so much worse. I cannot tell you how bad I smelled, but it was a really rough, like, 2 to 3 months for each of those products. I really wanted them to work. I really wanted to have some success. After all of that, I went back to regular deodorant. And then a little while later, I decided, okay, I'm gonna try again. So I tried Tom's. And unfortunately, as much as it went on nicely, it did not work. I still smelled, I still sweat. It was still a problem. No one likes having problems like that. So I moved on. I believe actually after that, I tried Jason's, which I probably still have it somewhere because I didn't even think it was worth giving it away to anybody. It made my skin like so sticky. Like when you've poorly cleaned a counter after like cutting watermelon or like juicy liquid fruit, and maybe you just didn't do a good enough job, and like when you touch it later, it's like, those are my armpits. So fun. Everybody loves having, like, it was like, anyway, not good. And then also my personal smell mixed with that smell was so much worse than just my natural BO smell. So I stopped trying those for a while and went back to regular deodorant. And then I was told to try a crystal body deodorant, the crystal that you wet and then you like put it under your armpit. So tried that. It did not make me smell worse. It didn't make me smell any better, and I still sweat just as much. So that was a dud for me. It was sad because I've tried so many, and I was kind of like, okay, one of these is gonna work for me. One of them is gonna work. Still at this point, nothing. So this is when I decided to, like, I used a clay on my armpits and kind of like helped the detox along a little bit. And then I started using a brand called Ethique, and I really wanted this product to work. It's just like a little bar and it has no packaging, and that's really awesome. It's good for the environment, and everything else comes in just like a recyclable little paper box. So I really thought that was going to be awesome. It didn't work, and I'm really sad about it. It also made me smell way worse, so I definitely stopped using that and moved on. That's when my mom actually got a one that was called by Green Beaver, and it's an antiperspirant called Bliss, and I smelled so much worse on that. I don't even know how that works. I don't know how they can call it an antiperspirant with no aluminum. All I know is it didn't work, and I smelled so bad. It works for my mom though, so there's that. Yeah. Then I found two. Now these are like getting into like the more, these are the products that work the best so far. So it was called, I want to say Lafes maybe, Laughs maybe, I'm not sure. It's Lafes. Everything that I'm talking about, I'll have a link in the description down below so you guys can all check it out and make your own assumptions and everything else. After the Schmidts and Native, I started trying deodorants that were strictly like no baking soda, because I just feel like maybe I have a sensitive underarm area and I just can't handle the baking soda, so I kind of just stayed away from that. So after this, and this would work for a short period of time. So this Lafes would work for a short period of time. So I still felt like I was pretty stinky, but I could make it like 4 hours before it was like dire. And same with this other one called Dr. Mist. Worked for a very short period amount of time, and then I would have to like wash my armpits and reapply, which is a huge hassle. But I did use that for a few weeks, even I want to say even 2 months, because I just couldn't find anything better. And 4 hours is better than no hours. So, then I found the deodorant that I'm really excited to talk about today. So, both of these are formulated for sensitive skin. One does have a small amount of baking soda in it, and the other one has none. So I'm going to put my computer down now, and I'm going to show you the products. Here they are. Yay! Okay, so I'm really, really, really excited because honestly, I have not smelled this good in months. It's been months. So I'm really, really excited. So, it's called Routine, and this one is called the Curator, and this one has no baking soda in it, and this one will last me almost like all day, but if I'm going out at night, I will reapply it. It smells like a little florally, maybe a little eucalyptus and stuff in it. I believe the fragrance is like eucalyptus, cocoa, and some sort of spunk or something. Like they have funny names. But anyway, so this one I really liked. Did I show you the inside? I don't know if I did. I'm pretty sure I just smelt it. This is what it looks like. It's like a softer cream, which is nice because then when I apply it, you do have to apply it with your fingers, which kind of sucks, but honestly, I got used to it. And it gives you an opportunity to get to know your body a little bit better, which I like because you really should be touching your armpits and feeling your lymph nodes every day. It's really important. It's just self-care. Yeah. So I actually have grown to like that you kind of touch yourself and not touch yourself. Oh my God. No. But like touch your armpit area and check your lymph nodes and do a full, like you should in the shower, but it gives you a secondary opportunity to do that. Yeah, so that one's the Curator. It's not as strong, but this one, oh, and they both have magnesium in it, which is great because on their website, so they say, and which I believe them because their products work, if you don't have enough active magnesium like in your diet or like on your skin, then you can smell worse. So they actually put some in here to kind of combat that, and I am so thankful because that's amazing. So this one also has that in it, and this is what this one looks like. So this one's a little bit darker in color because it does have that charcoal in it, but it doesn't show up on my armpits, and I haven't had it transfer to any clothes yet. So far it's been really good. It is a little bit of a softer smell. I would say it almost kind of has like a similar smell, but like an underlining of vanilla in it. That's what this one kind of smells like. It lasts quite a while. For me, this one lasts into the next day. For my partner, it lasted him 2 whole days. That's so impressive. Anyway, that was too much. Sorry. Shouldn't be this excited about deodorant, but when you have stunk for a really long time, it's really impressive. So the nice thing that I also like about these is they come in really awesome containers. So they're made out of glass. They're fully recyclable, so you can recycle the tops, which are plastic, and the bottoms that are glass. But if you don't want to recycle them, you can refill them. So you can take them to like your local refill station and refill them for a cheaper price than buying brand new ones, which I love that option because then you're just creating less waste and they don't end up in your landfills and everything else. The nice thing is they're really cute, so even if you wanted to repurpose them for whatever You totally could, because they are really nice glass containers. Yeah. And, oh, and they're Canadian. So shout out to fellow Canadians. Yay. And then I guess I just wanted to say that this video is probably only going to apply to people who have really sensitive armpits. I know a lot of natural deodorants work for a lot of people. I just haven't found one that works for me. However, I do have really, really, really sensitive armpits. I also have a condition called vitiligo, which means that my skin attacks the melanin pigment inside of itself, and leaves me with like pigment sections of skin that have no pigment. So I do have one, like some in my armpits, you can see, like right there. Sorry world, I know that was gross showing my armpits to the internet, but that does make it a little bit more sensitive, and I do find I have a little bit more troubles trying to find things that don't irritate my skin. But these so far have worked amazing. Again, they are a deodorant, not an antiperspirant, so you still will sweat, but I do find they reduce your sweat a little bit. You're not like profusely sweating. And it has been really hot where I live, trying it out. So I have done events and other things in them. I have been out all night. I have been out all day, and it's been like anywhere from 30 to 35 degrees out. So that's really, really awesome. Yeah. I can't think of anything else that I missed, but if you have any questions, send a comment down below and I will try and answer all of them. Other than that, I will leave links to everything I've talked about in the description below. And I guess have a wonderful rest of your day. And please try and love one another. Be kind to people you see. You don't know what their struggles are.